about to hit you with the recap like Aaron Judge with a bat, because we touching on facts, and plus we up in these hats. It's Knicks Real Talk, and we cut from a different cloth. We cook a Nick broth with a different sauce. We bubble like a hot pot in the kitchen. We dripping on the surface, spitting verses with these bars and b-ball. Cause no matter how far the stars, we see y'all like a telescope. You can tell it's dope by the way we unveil these news and notes. Check the box score, a top score, knock it down shot. Plus we got a lock for 48 minutes, putting on the clinic. The Cat Lieutenant, they entered the winner. The game is over. We trooping in our temples like soldiers and train the planes and Range Rover. I'm getting up and over the list. We on the BQE and we maneuvering swift. Say Tokyo, but you know we can drift. Cause the pokey be on the low, so you know our flow had to shift. We about to be out in a few. No doubt next time we see you to be on a game preview. It's Knicks Real Talk, and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit, and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. It's Knicks Real Talk, and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit, and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. Salute. It's Knicks Real Talk, a recap. We vibing, ladies and gentlemen. You already know what it is, man. It's the recap. Divine Shot Power, Knicks Real Talk. We about to get into it. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. We in the building tonight with the recap, man. Y'all know what it is. We're going to talk about this Knicks thing tonight, man, all that good stuff, man. But salute to everybody out there. Hope y'all had a great weekend, man, and all that good stuff. Now you ready to get in here and get it popping with us. We bring my partner in the building with me, man. Shot Power, what's good, my man?
Salute to you, Divine. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's get it.
Salute to everybody.
I'm sorry, Divine. Let's talk about it. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Real talk, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Real talk. Thank y'all for coming in. We in the building, man. About to get into it. Salute to Crim's dad. Darren, what's good? Wonder Woman, salute to you, sister. Big Task at hand, what's good? And everybody, man. Will the Thrill, Gunsmoke, what's good, man? Will Thrill, real quick, that's just for this show, but the pregame show still got a different one. This is the one for the recap. Will, but salute to you, Will, out there in Colorado, holding it down as always. But
we doing both of them, Will. We doing both, the recap and the post now. We on it. The next day after we think about it, after we great minds think alike, we sit back and we relax and we conjure the game, and then we come with the recap.
Yeah. So you can get the recap every day after the game pregame that day of the game. The next day we hit you with the recap and we get it popping. But yeah, thank y'all for coming, John, Mr. Tito's. What's good? Salute to my man John. What's good, JM? But yeah, Shot Powers, man. Last night Knicks got off the plane late, had a little bit of what I call a setback or whatever from the energy, and but know what, they held it on. They won 136-132, ladies and gentlemen. They had to go out there and fight. Them young guys were scrapping last night. They had nothing to lose. They've been, playing pretty well the last couple of games. Brian Key performing, Nick's assistant out there, got them boys to watch and trying to do something, man. But last night we just seen a team that, like I said, on any given night you can get your butt whipped. But what they did do, kept fighting and scrapping. And so in the fourth quarter they turned it up again as usual on the defense side of the ball, and they got the victory in that fourth quarter, man. But it took that to get it done, but I'm glad they got it done. They moved to 22-10, man. But a good game, though. Some crazy things happened. All the thing I can tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, the Metro Police are out there watching, still looking for Pressure Chua, ladies and gentlemen. He got a body out there. I'm like, yo. So the Metro Police looking for my man Pressure Chua, because he definitely got a crime scene last night. He caught a body on that dunk last night, so I know they still look. APB is all out for that brother, but it is what it is, man. But salute to you. Other than that, the Brunson burner had a poppin', man. Big Cat was, he did his thing. Shop House overall, they scrapped before it, man. They got that victory, man. That was good to see for sure.
Yeah, that was a good one, Divine, man. They bring out the chalk lines and everything and taped everything off after that one. That was that.
Real.
Woo! Man, yeah, it was an interesting game, man. And I was looking through the threads and stuff like that, and I seen Josh Hart said that was one of the hardest games that he had all year, of a back-to-back, So that just lets you know how greedy this team is. They still came out there and scored the basketball. We surpassed 100 points in our starting unit. We then did it with just two guys in the starting unit. Cat with 30 and Brunson with 55. So I mean, what can you say, man? The Knicks are playing some good gritty basketball. And you know what? I wanted to say, because I forgot the two players that was out last night, but this team looked better with them being on the bench. The guy that colored his hair all the time, Kuzma with the big sweater, and what's the other one that came from the Lakers?
Jordan Poole from the Wood.
And Jordan Poole. They look way better last night with those two guys sitting on the bench. And if I was Washington, I would trade those two guys off, and probably so. They'll probably be going in a trade or something like that. That young team got out there and got excited. That guy Champagne from Staten Island, salute. He really represented last night, you know what I mean? But overall, we came down the pike. We did what we needed to do, and Brunson had a double nickel out there, and the other guys played pretty well. We didn't have too much production from our second unit, but we came out with with the victory in overtime.
Yeah, real tough, man. We're gonna talk about that because that's the real stuff you just put there, man. I got something for y'all on that one. But you know what? They went and played hard last night, Shot Powers. They did what a team worthy of being what they're supposed to do. No matter how the night go, you find a way to win that game. You just find a way to win it. And I think they did that last night. And that team was scrappy. No energy from the trip. Like they got in 2:30 that night. I thought about that. So they got in from the flight in Orlando at 2:30 at night. So the time they got to sleep probably was like 4:30 in the morning. And unwind and get it. Time they got up after the 4:30, had to do this. So I can understand the way they were, but it shows me though the heart of a champion too, man. They got that in them, man. Say, you know what? After all that we went through that night on a back-to-back with getting in late, trying to get into your get into a sleep pattern. You probably sit in the bed thinking, you're on your phone with your family. I don't know, whatever. Let you did it on the plane, but I just say all that to say, man, not making an excuse for them, but I'm glad they gutted that thing out. And they hit some big shots down there, and the burn they had it going and all that good stuff. So it was just a good win, man. We needed to win, ladies and gentlemen, and we did accomplish that. And and that's what's more important. We got the win and move to 22-10. But just to piggyback off what Shot Powers was saying, them cats went out there, and it's awesome to have guys that we got to really score the ball when they need to, like that, man, and go out there and go hard when you need to. And I just think they did that last night, man. Our captain came out big, and so on and so on. Cat had it going, and my man always having a quiet, good game. And and like I said, there you go right there, the burning cooker with Gad, Big Cat and Alley digging through your team trash. Ladies and gentlemen, look at them numbers right there. Fire starters who want to smoke. Look at that right there, 55-9-3, 30-11-3, 13-11-7, and 21-3-3. That's what it's about when you got a good team, and no matter what night you do, they went out there. And I know I didn't put this score there because he really didn't have a good night, but them four guys right there, that is amazing to get the numbers when you've been playing a back-to-back and still just getting to the arena and doing things like that. Excuse me, but that's nice right there, man. Like, and I really like what these guys are doing down there, because you're supposed to beat what you beat. But like I said, look at Brunson number 55-9-3, Cat 30-11-3, 13-11-17 for 7 for Josh Hart, Mr. Everything, double. And two dudes had double-doubles. But look at that scoring, though, man. If you add Anunoby 9, that's like right there. That's 80, 101, 114. You add Anunoby's 9, that's 124 points, ladies and gentlemen. So they had to do it. And the reason why they had to pay them many minutes to do that right there. So I just say salute to them guys for going hard, Shot Powers. But that's what they made of, man. That's how they built. And they're not giving up. I like that. So that was just a good outcome against a scrappy little team last night. And like I said, Brian Keep got them cats in the last couple of games. They won the game not too long ago. Oh, yeah, they beat Charlotte in overtime. So they were trying to get another win and everything like that. They were playing pretty good. But, last night, they came out there and played hard. They deserved all their flowers last night. But at the same time, I'm glad to see our guys bring that how would I say, that championship type of DNA to the floor. Like, we ain't gonna lose this game. Brunson said, "I'm not letting us lose this game," and that's what he did last night. Shot Powers, and salute to him, man, because Brunson came up big time to help these cats get over the hump last night.
Devon, go back to that that picture real quick.
Absolutely.
Please. On this picture that we were looking at right now, there's 4 guys on this starting unit that scored over 40 points this season. 4 guys that scored over 40 points. OG, scored over 40. Mikal had a 42. OG had like a 41, 42. Cat had I think 2 or 3, or at least 2. I know he had a 46, and one against Miami had like 41 or something like that. You know what I mean?
44 against Miami.
Something like that. He had, and Brunson had the double nickel last night. In this year, you have 4 players on your team that it not at the same time, but over these last 30 or so games, these guys have 4 players that went over 40 points in a game. That is amazing. That is amazing. Look at these numbers that these guys got on the board right here, man.
2 dudes levels put up 100 points by themselves.
That's what I said, man. 50, 80, 85 points between Brunson and Cat. Come on, man. Hey, OG had an off night last night. He had maybe 8 points, right? 8 points. I don't see his stats up there, but he had he had about 8 points. So look at those numbers right there, man. This team gritted it out last night, and we've been seeing that coming down some of these streaks of games that we've been playing in the last couple of games. Mm-hmm. Playing hard defense, cutting it down, and just taking over the game. And when you thought they were out, it was just a vivid image in your imagination. They wasn't out of nothing. They were setting these guys up, wearing them down, doing what they needed to do. You know where they won the game at? To me, at the free throw line. They shot 90% from the free throw line last night. I think it was 24, 26, something like that.
Absolutely. Yeah,
that's where they won the game for me at. And that's why I always preach about free throw shooting. And with this team, they're never out of a game as long as they could get to the line. And I can say for the first time in a long time, even though he didn't get all the calls I think he could have got, but Jalen Brunson got a lot of calls last night. I think he went to the line 12, 13 times or something like that. It was 12 or 13 from the line or something like that, or 11 for 12 from the free throw line or something like that.
16 for 17.
16 or 17 from the free throw line. So that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Finally, he's getting some – he got some props last night, you know what I mean, for doing that stuff. So, yeah, go ahead, Devon. Bring that right on up and take over.
Yeah. Let's get the recap from last night. Good point, shot power for real. Way to bring right into the segment, though. New York Knicks 136 to 132. New York 32 in the first quarter. Them guys 33. 28 for us in the second quarter, 27. That's what got that game tied up at 60 at halftime. Then in the third quarter, they put up 38 and we put up 30. And we were trailing by 8. But then we got that 8 back in the fourth quarter, 29 and 21. And then in the overtime, obviously we was outscored in 17 to 13. And I think the Knicks won that game in that fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. 21 points, under 25 points in a quarter. And got that down to 21, and they started really getting into it. And Brunson took over the game. I mean, this guy had 40-something points in the second half, man. That shit crazy. You know what I mean? So to say all that, and they went to overtime, and obviously they outscored them. So that was good, man. That was some gritty stuff right there. Mikal Bridges, 47 minutes, 8 for 14, 3 for 9, 2 for 2. Had a quiet good game, though. He really did to me. +4, 20 points, 3 steals, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Good board across the number.
Say it again, Devon. 3 steals.
Yeah, absolutely.
3 rebounds and 3 blocks too, or 3 assists?
3 assists.
Yeah, he didn't have no blocks that game. But 3 steals. It's major.
Yeah, and they came at crucial time. He, like I said, he helped set the tone on that defense in the fourth quarter. And Anunoby did as well. He didn't have a lot of scoring points. 4 for 12, 1 for 5. He did grab 4 rebounds. He was a -2, and he only had 9. Now I really believe that because Champagne and all them other guys had to go in for a little bit. So but the big cat though, ladies, they were 44, 13 for 19, 2 for 5, 2 for 3, 14 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. I'm like, okay, +8, 30 points. Outstanding game by him. Got picked up, had a couple of games where he didn't get over double-digit rebound, but he bounced back and dropped 14 on them guys, which he's supposed to because they were small down there. Star, he's linky, but he ain't strong. Cat was digging in the alley and they trash, man. Real talk. That's for sure. And my man, the burner, ladies and gentlemen, 44 minutes, 18 for 31, 3 for 11, 16 for 17, 9 assists, 3 rebounds, +1, but he dropped a double nickel. He was doing it in that fourth quarter. I was like, That's why he is who he is. Where it's born, Shot Powers. He the one who won that game for us, ladies and gentlemen. He was the one who won that game for us, hands down. That's good to have somebody who could do what he do like that. And Josh Hart, ladies and gentlemen, 39 minutes, 5 for 10, 50% from the floor, then knocked down 3, but he went 3 for 3 from the charity strike. Ladies and gentlemen, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, +6, 13, a double-double again. Mr. Everything, man. He just all over that. His rebound in the fourth quarter also turned it around. When he started getting those offensive rebounds, right, Nick started getting down then. And, and like I said, that's that defense, man. Get the rebound and start the fast break and all that good stuff. So, President Chua had a good game to me, ladies and gentlemen. 19 minutes, 1 for 3, 0 for 3, 1 for 1. But like I said, the Metro Police still looking for him. That was crazy. 7 rebounds. They 7 rebounds, +6, 3 points. But, man, 2 of them points was like, what a momentum swing when he threw that hammer down. Shamon Gordon McCross with the hockey assist. He just went to the bucket, let it go, man. That was crazy, Shot Powers, for real. And then Cameron Payne, not so much last night, 2 points. Dukes and Bride, 19, 1 for 5. They have a good offense game at all, but he was sturdy on the defense side of the ball. That's why his plus minus is not that bad, because he definitely was out there trying to play some defense. Other than that, that's coach's decision, no DMPs, rather. Shamit, excuse me, I misforgot him. 6 minutes, 0 for 1. But he threw the pass of the night and the steal the pass of the night, though, so that's good. But Shot Power, other than that, they shot 52 from the floor. Didn't shoot well from downtown again, but 92 from the charity strike, like you said, 24 for 26. And that's what's impressive. They find other ways to win. It might be harder when they 3 ball is not going down totally as a team from a percentage standpoint. They find a way to gut this thing out, man. So salute to the Knicks, Shot Power. I think they did a good job scrapping, not having their best A game last night for sure.
They killed the paint. They killed the field goal percentage. They erupted from the free throw. When the 3-point shot wasn't hitting, now we're going to go inside all day, and they were killing it. Brunson was killing it last night with the herky-jerky, the up fake with his head and dribble past you. He was doing this thing with 9 assists and 3 rebounds. That is premier. That is premier right there, man. I mean, and he didn't score in one. He didn't score 1 quarter, right? He didn't score 1 point, right? He scored 55 and 3/4, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
50,
so I
think in 4 quarters.
And 4 quarters. I mean, if you count the overtime, right. But he missed a quarter that he didn't score at all. So that's major, man. I mean, and the shots coming down the line, the big shots that these guys was making. And I mean, Jalen Brunson by himself, big shot after big. I think he scored like 7 points in a row. You know what I mean? An and 1. And another one going to the basket, and then he got fouled to hit 2 free throws. I mean, what can you say, man? It's just it's good to watch basketball like this, man. And if you ticky tacky and like Cat does when he does his foul about how this team is playing and stuff like that. Yeah, I hate that all the guys had to play over 40 minutes last night. But you know what happened? They won. You know what I mean? And once the second unit get back on stride, they will not be playing that many minutes.
You got to put your best players out there to win basketball games, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm with you, how you have to put your best players out there to win basketball games. Because I don't care what guys you got on the bench. If they're not going to be able to do what you need them to do to win a game, then you only you doing. Them cats wasn't tired. They just was, coming off the airplane ride, getting in late and all that. But still, even if you put guys on the bench in there, they not guaranteed to do what the guys who you leaving in there without. I think, listen, Tibbs won the game last night. I don't want to get into too much of all that. The New York Knicks won the game, and it's going to be nights like this for every team in the NBA goes through this. I mean, it doesn't matter who's on the court that night. It's how you playing that night. Do you think the Knicks, that's because the Washington Wizards only scored one. You don't think the Knicks going to be that deep in the playoffs? I ain't concerned about this team one bit. They good. And everybody on any given night, Shot Power's going to have a bad basketball game. It happens on to every 30 teams in the NBA. I don't care who you playing, who you not. You could be playing. You could play the Westchester Knicks and still lose the game that night. If for that night right there, that one night, not just that one night, you're not on your A game, you could lose the game. And the Knicks, because they wasn't on their A game because of the back-to-back getting in 2:30 late at night, they wasn't on their A game. Them young guys, they better playing without Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole, like you said, because now they get to showcase their talent, they sight, they energize. New York brings out the best in everybody when you play them, because it's New York. It's the Knicks. I don't care what arena you go in. That team looking to try to beat the Knicks. And sometime, if you ain't on your A game, for whatever reason it might have been, then that should happen. But the main and most important thing, ladies and gentlemen, we are 22-10. And I think my man Krim's dad said Pacers up 13 with 3 minutes to go on the Boston Celtics. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why all this don't matter. Because you know why? If the Boston Celtics lose tonight, we are 1 game behind them. That's why this shit, all that other shit don't matter, Shop Howard. You understand what I'm saying? You got to win the game to put yourself. You're not going to have a good name every night. Nobody does. So we get that. You know what I mean? But they did what they had to do under the circumstance. They gritty because what they did, this is what championships teams do. They fight to win the game they know they should have won. The Knicks know they should have beat them boys handily last night. But because it didn't go that way, they made sure that they beat them, Shop Howard. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to tell y'all, man, 1 game behind the other. I don't care how it went down last night, ladies and gentlemen. Knicks handle their business. And if that stand true to power, what can I tell you, Shop Howard? Knicks was 1 game behind Boston, and they lost to the Pacers. And if that's the case, that's all that matters, ladies and gentlemen. So we just got to keep building on this stuff, man, and keep going forward, man. Every night not gonna be a good night, man, and that's real talk. Nobody gonna have a good night every night, but the best thing you can do is find a way to win. And then you can correct your mistakes the next day, the next game, or the game after, Shop Howard. So I'm happy that they won the game. That's all that matters to me. And they won it, and that's good. Look, wow, 120 to 107 with 2 minutes less on mine anyway. That's beautiful. That's beautiful right there, ladies and gentlemen. New York Knicks about to be 1 game out of the 2nd spot. Trust me, Shop Howard. But anyway, that to me was a gutsy win last night. I like the way they did it last night, man. They fought and scrapped and went hard, and they got the victory. I am definitely feeling good about that, man. And we just got to keep playing, man, and keep fighting. And hopefully, we let this one get behind. Now, watch what happens tomorrow when we play that after we had a whole day of rest today. You know what I mean? Now, watch when y'all see that score tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. You will see that score the Knicks had last night, but you won't see that offense that they had last night. I can guarantee you that, period. Watch when the Knicks play the boys tomorrow. I bet you they don't even get nowhere near the number they had last night. And then you will understand why that coming out that plane 2:30 in the morning, all that may have an effect on the way they play basketball. Now, I guarantee you tomorrow, Shop Howard, you will see that 130 from this, but you won't see 130 from that other team. So let's see how it goes, man. But anyway, it was all good, man. I'm really feeling good about that.
Yeah, I believe so too. I think the turnaround will be now that they got a little bit of rest, they chilling out, you know what I mean, all joking around, having fun, can have a little bit of time to be to themselves and then get with everybody else. I think it'll be a different outcome tomorrow. And no matter however we fix our mouth to say it, man, the Knicks won. They won. Yeah, and I'm not I'm not discouraged about the minutes that they're playing. I notice it though. I do notice it, and I hear everybody talking about the minutes and how many minutes that Tibbs is playing the guy playing minutes consecutively and stuff like that. I get it, and I mean. And last night was a game that you had to do it. You know what I mean? Last night's game seemed like it was a playoff game or something like that. You know what I mean? You did not want to go down here to the team that's at the bottom of the list in the NBA, you know what I mean, and lose to them. You don't want to do that. That don't look good. You know how many Knicks fans would have been like, oh, we got to fire Tibbs. We got to trade. Why we trade McHale? 5 picks. Brunson ain't did. You know how many people would have been talking like that? So yep. I appreciate what Tom Thibodeau did yesterday and played those guys on the minutes because you know what it did? It got us to win, and they got a chance to rest and recuperate. I say this, and I said this once, and I say it again. Me, as if I'm how I feel, if you get paid $30-something million, $26 million, if I need you for 47 minutes tonight, I need you to play 47 minutes tonight. I'm not saying that I want you to play 47 minutes every night, but tonight, I need you to play 44, 45, 46 minutes tonight. You know what I mean? I need you to play those minutes tonight. And that's the way I think that they think. And I mean, I know Tom Thibodeau doesn't want to play McHale 41 minutes and Brunson 44 minutes and Cat and OG 40 minutes and 40 minutes. I know he doesn't want to play those minutes. I believe that he doesn't want to play in those minutes. But what he needs to do is also get a good record right now when we get ready to go into a nice little swing where we could get a commanding lead into 3rd place and maybe even move closer into 2nd place to contend against that first place team. That's looking excellent. I think they still only got 4 losses. That's incredible. They're playing good ball this year. But that's where I think Tom Thibodeau, and when Deuce is hot, when Payne is hot, when Shamus start getting more minutes, if we get more production from Precious, if Mitchell Robinson could come back before the end of this month, then you'll see the minutes drop down considerably. You know what I mean? Considerably. So this is what I'm hoping for. I'm not saying that I don't want to even say approve. Who am I to say approve? I don't like the way the minutes are being distributed right now. Yeah, they are playing a little bit more minutes and stuff, but just the last game that we played 2 games ago, these guys didn't even have 35 minutes. You know what I mean? Some of these guys didn't have 35 minutes. Only played that everybody kills and talks about all these picks that we picked up for him. Tom Thibodeau new best nephew or something like that. Mikal Bridges is guaranteed to get you 40 minutes every night.
Hey, guy, I think the chat missing one variable about this minute thing, and I need y'all to really hear me on this here. Tom Thibodeau played 9 guys last night. Here's the problem. If Tiz put a guy in and he's not performing, you snatch him out. He gave you an opportunity to come in the game. You didn't show and prove. So I got to pull you out to give it to the guy who can show and prove. Tiz played 9. You know how many guys Washington played last night? 8 guys. 8 guys. Tiz played 9 guys. The problem is, if you was thinking it up, you no use to me that night. So my other guy got to go harder because they getting it done. Like the starters getting it done. So if Cameron Payne had a bad night, then Brunson got to get more minutes because he ain't worthy of getting the minutes. You understand? We forgetting that about this minute thing. You have to play your players according to the way the game is going, not just because you just throw them in there to give them a minute. That's not fair. Right. You have to play the guy according to the way the game is going. It ain't got nothing to do with Tiz. Tiz played 9 dudes last night. Listen, Preston Stewart had 19 minutes. He did his job. Deuce and Bry had 19 minutes last night. The problem was Campaign and Landy Shaman only had some minutes because why? Campaign was stinking up the joint. Not stinking up, but he didn't have a good game, and Brunson had it going. So you wasn't pulling Brunson out the game for Campaign. I don't care about those minutes. Brunson was on fire. Like Clyde always say, why take him out if he hot? That's what you're supposed to do. So I think through the 10-minute thing, I get it, but y'all also got to take in consideration how was the game going, and if the guy that he trying to sub up for him having a good game. Because if he's not having a good game, don't keep him in there. Put the other guy back in there. They NBA players, ladies and gentlemen. I get where you guys coming from, like Sean Powell say, but just sometime, you might have to keep your starters in there, your best players in there to win games longer. I think sometimes you got to work overtime because if the job needs you to do something later, you might have to work overtime on your job because the job wants you to command more from you because the other person ain't there or they ain't got it going. I don't know, whatever. So it's just the reality of it, man. I think Tibbs did what he had to do because the main thing, ladies and gentlemen, we won the game 22-2. Boston lost the game. We won the game behind them. That's all that matters. I'm dead serious. Just to keep it 100. It's all that matters, man. Because They just gotta do what they gotta do, because I'm gonna tell you, if I'm rolling with somebody and they ain't on the level I'm on, but they not performing like I'm performing, or at least close to my level, I don't need you with me. You know what I mean? But I think they did enough to I think he played 9 guys, and like I said, it ain't like he didn't play them, but like I said, because of one thing about the Knicks team, I gotta say, Shaq Powell, and I was past to you. Because our first unit is so kind of good at what they do, it's hard to give them other guys minutes. You know what I mean? A lot of minutes because they so good at what they do. I mean, even though we had a tough game, we still had our starting unit scored 125 points. Starting unit. So if they got a popper like that, they only gonna get Spurs. Maybe that's why Tibbs built this team the way he did it. I just need you guys to relieve these guys, to give them enough stuff to go back out on the court and do what they do, because we know our starting 5 is like night and day over our bench. I think we got to accept that too, that our starting 5 is way better than our bench. So we got to accept that. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. I'm just saying, hopefully that I can see this with the 50th game of the season or the 60th game of the season. Then they wearing down. But I mean, I don't know, man. We go through this every year with Tiz, man. We've been doing this every year with Tiz, and I just say that, but every year he's winning with this team. We only one complaining is us, because the team, the players ain't complaining. I'm just saying that as fans, sometimes we got to look at it from their perspective. Them cats, I mean, they do what they do, Shot Powers, and they don't make no gripe about it. I never hear none of Tibbs players say that he's coaching them wrong or he not doing the right thing by them. I never hear nobody say that about Tibbs. He just they know what they signed up for. If they didn't like what Tibbs was doing, you think they would have signed with Tibbs? Why did they come to New York if they want to be with Tibbs? If them guys didn't want to be with Coach Tibbs, they wouldn't have came to New York. Tibbs can't be that bad. If he was bad, I don't think they would play for him. These cats love this dude. You know what I mean? Because they like the way he coached basketball, and I think he's a hell of a coach. He might not be the greatest in the world, but he's a damn good coach, though. He's going to go down right now in the NBA. He's probably in the top 5. He got his team 3rd in the Eastern Conference. No major injuries from the team been playing. So far, so good. He got these cats built right, man. You know, and I think we just got to go with the flow, man. These cats had a tough game last night. I get it. But Shaw Powell, I guarantee you tomorrow, the Wizards will not come close to the Knicks tomorrow. Watch. Yeah. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I kind of feel you on that one, Devon, man. And once again on the minutes, the minutes. Yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? But last night was a night that you needed to play your starting rotation heavy minutes. You know what I mean? Aside from Deuce didn't have a good game yesterday. You know what I mean? He played hella defense though. Hella defense. Precious didn't have a phenomenal game, but he did have 7 rebounds. And how you say it, Washington Metro PD is still looking for him.
Yeah, they still looking for him.
You know what I mean? They still looking for him. So with that being said, they didn't have them 2 guys. Payne didn't have a good game yesterday. He came out there, he missed 2 3-point shots. He lacked off on a little bit of defense, and Brunson was cooking. You know what I mean? And Shamrock came in for 6 minutes to give Mikal that little rest. So Mikal only played 41 minutes. You know what I mean? So, that's what it is. You know what I mean? As time goes on, and as the players get more, especially what I'm really talking about, why the minutes are so heavy right now, numbers don't tell the truth. I think Mikal is one. We got four players in the top minutes played in the game, and I don't know exactly the rate, but I know Mikal is number 1. OG is up there. Josh Hart is up there, and I think Jalen Brunson is like 5th or 6th. I think OG is 3rd or 4th, and Josh Hart is 4th or 5th or something like that, or 3rd or 4th, or they're like 1, 2, 4, and 6 or something like that. You know what I mean? They're all in the top 10 right now. And the reason why is this team is trying to get to know each other. They still trying to work it out. This team is their first 32 games that they all played together.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And once that second unit pick up, we'll be all right.
Hey, Shaq, and real quick, I got to take this into consideration. If you take away the 5 minutes in overtime last night, Josh Hart played 34 minutes. Brunson would have played 39. Cat would have played 39. OG would have played 37. Mikal would have played 42. And that's what Mikal been doing. But they were always around their numbers, except for they had an overtime game. You know what I mean? Like the numbers last night, take away the 5 minutes of overtime, they was all around their numbers for the whole year.
That's a great point, Devon.
Yeah,
that is a great point.
Fact. That's just how it goes. Some nights you got to go the extra mile. And like I said, if one guy ain't got a pop, Chevy wasn't going to get a lot of minutes last night, ladies and gentlemen. Mikal had to go in. You know what I mean? And you knew, like I said, Campaign wasn't get a lot of minutes last night because Brunson had it going. That wasn't your night to be on the court, my man. I'm sorry. Especially in a game like that when them guys was, going at it like we going blow for blow almost out there. And it really took your bucket getters. Like I said, it took Jalen Brunson and Cat to make sure that we stayed in that game, in the game until we find a way to eke it out at the end. That's just the way basketball goes. And just, you got to go hard sometime until you can pull it shit out. But I guarantee it won't be like that tomorrow, though. You know what I mean? Like I said, they got a day's rest tonight. Watch what happens tomorrow. So I probably you could book this. I eat crow tomorrow. Then they're gonna kill these boys tomorrow. This ain't they ain't coming up the plane tonight at 2:30. They ain't getting in the hotel. They not get at the hotel at maybe 4:30 in the morning or whatever, and then got to turn around and get up and have a game. That they ain't going through that tonight. They watch these boys tomorrow, man. So let's see out for back to back. I'm happy about everything, though, ladies and gentlemen. I'm vibing right now. Just letting everybody know, man. Tonight, like we're gonna have a team like this here, and and I just wanted to let y'all know that. Make sure that we see the reason why some nights you might have to be like this. You might have to be like this some night. You're not gonna be the best every night. You're not gonna beat everybody. Like I said, that could have been a G League team, and if your game ain't right, you still could have got smoked that night. It don't even matter. It don't matter. I didn't think nobody think Boston was gonna lose by 20 something in Boston tonight. You know what I mean? And shit happens. You know what I mean? The Pacers called them on the night shot powers, gave them the business. You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm good for us and everything like that, but it goes like that sometime, man. 123 to 114. Knicks are literally one game out of the second spot, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm glad we won that game last night to keep up with the Magic 1-1. Shot power beat the Nets by 1. Hawks won the 136 to 107 to RJ and them. And right now, the Rockets beating the Heat. See, these are things that's important why you get these little wins. You got to get these wins no matter how they come. And because these things matter, you know what I mean? So I'm excited about a shot power tomorrow. I think they go in there, man, and, had a good night's sleep and everything, get to come out here and do it again tomorrow. Hopefully we have a better performance on the defense side of the ball. That's really pretty much really was kind of hindering to the fourth quarter last night. I mean, he was pretty good until, it wasn't really good for it to that fourth quarter that we went in there and turned up the pressure. And you see what them cats did in the fourth quarter. They couldn't hit nothing. You know what I mean? I think we did the same thing against the Orlando Magic shot powers. And that third and fourth quarter, we turned it up on the defense side of the ball, and they couldn't do nothing. That's just how it goes sometimes. And I think they had to do a little bit more later than earlier in that Washington game, just because of the way the whole 24 hours went. With the back-to-back of the traveler. But they did turn it up when they had to. So that tells me that you want your team to be ready to make a move when they can make a move, knowing that we're going to be in this game, we're going to win this game. They could have lost the game last night, Shop. How easy.
Sure could have.
They could have lost the game. Yeah, you could do it to anybody. You know what I mean? Trust me, I don't care who it is. You know what I mean? And I think that's the case. I think they they found a way to win, and that's all important. Thanks to Jalen Brunson and Big Cat doing what they get paid for. And Mikal doing what he get paid for. Well, he got $23 million a year right now. He had 21 points. We about 3 assists. Jalen Brunson, he worked $40 million. Jalen Brunson got Cat numbers last night from a dollar standpoint, and Cat got Jalen Brunson numbers. Cat got 48 million. Jalen Brunson got 55 points. A million a point, man. You know how it goes. But it was good, shot pals. I'm happy we got the win, man. But I'm feeling good, man, hearing that Boston loss. We just got to stay at it, man, and keep grinding. Anything happens in the NBA, and I guarantee you that. But like I said, we got what I'm happy about is we got a big time schedule coming up in the next 3 weeks. We playing some big time team. And that's what I want to see. These games don't even bother me, like I said, because I can bet you right now I can go to the NBA, shot power, and every top team contender team. I bet you I can show you a game they play like the Knicks did. You know what I mean? I can go through every team in the top. I don't care what it's 16 right now. I bet you can go and look at their scores through the season. You'll see that they had games like the Knicks because it's basketball. Knicks will be up there at the end of this thing. I ain't tripping, but I think they good, man. They'll be there. And like I said, when you fight the scrap, you find a way to win. You might not have your best every night in some aspect. They did it. So what's your thoughts on this game? For the though it was a tight game, do you feel any different about your team after that game they played last night?
No, I even feel more encouraged about watching this team last night because of the way they played basketball. They did not quit. They didn't give up. They didn't be like, all right, we tired, man. I ain't gonna go out here and play this hard defense in this end of this fourth quarter and try to win the game. And I'm like, nah, they didn't do that. Nah, they fought all the way through from the third quarter, into the third quarter, into the fourth quarter, through the fourth quarter, and took the game over in the fifth quarter in overtime. It was what I wanted to see from them because I always say years ago, Knicks be down by 15 points. I'd be like, man, I got to go to work in the morning. Let me go to sleep. I'll read the paper in the morning. Not no more. This team, give them 5 minutes and they can score 25 points. That's how I feel about this team. And this team is a new team. I'm going to run that thing. This almost about to be a new month. I got off the Mikal Bridges thing because I got tired of talking about Mikal Bridges getting killed. he is playing phenomenal basketball, man. Phenomenal basketball. And I mean, everybody chipped in what they needed to chip in last night in order for us to get a good win. OG didn't have a good game. He wasn't shooting great, but he did hit a big 3-point shot in the game.
Right.
We needed that. He played stellar defense down the road, down the line, in the fourth quarter, going into the overtime. Grabbed 2 major rebounds. We needed that from him.
Yep, absolutely.
You can't say nothing about Josh Hart. Josh Hart does everything. Every rebound from the end of the from the end of the fourth quarter, he just was there for everything. He was part of almost everything that happened good for the Knicks. Him going to the basket, him shooting 50% from the field, him making the fast break moves, getting the ball out, running up and down the court, laying the ball up, going coast to coast. That's what he does, man. And once again, Cat, phenomenal quarters when Jalen Brunson wasn't on the court to keep us in the game. Hitting big shots. I think he hit 11 points in a row in the fourth quarter. I think he hit 11 points. Not in a row, but he made 11 points in the fourth quarter. Major. 2 big 3-point shots. Major. Come on, man. The reason why we didn't blow this team out really is because of what happened in our second unit. And Tom Thibodeau see it. And if you don't understand why, then just look at what the second unit scored last night, under 10 points.
Yep, about that. Yeah, man. I'm one of them guys, like I said, anything happens. We beat them. We beat them 136 to what?
132 or something like that. I know we won by 4.
And even when they played the Cavaliers beat them 115-105, 10 points. You know what I mean? Cavaliers, 10 points they beat them guys by. In Cleveland. 115-105. So you're going to have nights where you just ain't on your game. That's all to it. All boiled down to it, and the team catch you not that good. Like, it could be nights where you have a bad shoot night and your defense is not good. Maybe it could turn the other way. You know what I mean? Shit happens. I don't know what else to say, but it happens. So I don't know, man. Shot power. We just got to keep it going. But one thing I can say, ladies and gentlemen, the New York Knicks is 1 game behind the Boston Celtics. That's all that matters. For real. That's all that matters, ladies and gentlemen, in this thing, man. We go out there, win tomorrow. Guess what? We'll be a half a game. Ladies and gentlemen, New York Knicks win tomorrow. We'll be 23-10. They'll be 23-9. That's all that matters. For real, bro. That's all that matters. Let's get it. Every win is important. Every game counts. And because you know why? You gotta win these games because when you start playing the top tier teams that we know we start off the season with playing some good, really high quality top tier teams, but now we about to go through a gauntlet, Shot Powers, of playing a real in the span of 20 games. I think I would say about at least 15 of them over 500 teams, and I would say 10 of them in the top 10. You know what I mean? So and that's why no matter how bad you play at night, you want to play this game. Because like I said, we might have played this way against them, but we also played good against top tier teams and beat them. You know what I mean? So it all depends with the nightfall. You know what I mean? Like I said, you got to play who in front of you, and that's all it boils down to. But let's get it, man. I'm excited about it tomorrow. Shot Powers. Hopefully the Knicks go out there and do this thing. Like I said, the pros, the cons of the game for me, Shot Powers. The pros was that we was gritty before it, kept getting our offense scoring points against a team where they should have had score points against. I mean, obviously we should have won the game but we didn't win it by that many but we won the game because we knew the Knicks should have blew these guys out. But like I said, because of the circumstances involved with the matter within 24 hours of a back-to-back and traveling and this and that, you're going to get nights like this here. But the most important thing, they beat them when they had to beat them. For me, Chop Out, I think the pros of the game was that they stayed gritty. They just said, we keep fighting. We having a bad night. We not shooting the ball well from downtown, but they still find a way to win, even when their 3 ball is not clicking. And then I felt good that, guys like Town and Brunson deal with says, you know what, we got to let go do what we got to do. And salute to the Washington Wizards and salute to Coach Keith. He had them playing good last night. The last couple of games they've been playing good. Since Kuzma and Jordan Poole have been playing, them cats playing a whole different about. They playing freely. They're free flowing now. You know what I mean? And they in the NBA for a reason. So but I think my constant game was obviously the way the 3 quarters we let them guys get out there and just getting the rhythm. You know what I mean? Getting the rhythm made them feel good about it. So then my man started putting the Brunson burn up on his face. Then my man dunked him and said, "You need to kill that noise." Then Brunson dropped 55 on him. We ain't there, young man. So don't be disrespecting nobody. so and I think the content of the game to me was just that our 3 ball wasn't popping last night, and our defense, you could see they just wasn't in their bag last night. And like I said, it had nothing to do with Minnesota Tibbs played 9 guys last night. You know what I mean? It just that it was tough. And that's what my confident game was. Other than that, I don't really have too much other than that they won the game. But hopefully we be more fine on the defense side of the ball tomorrow night against these guys. I think we're going in and smash them. You won't see this tomorrow. I guarantee you that. But I think it's gonna be a different game. But then other than that, that was it for me, Sha.
Yeah, the pros for me is we won the game. Another pro for me is we hit over 90% from the free throw line. And another pro for me is Josh Hart is incredible. The cons, the second unit. Yesterday's game to me, the second unit, even though a lot of the guys that played in the second unit, like Precious and Deuce, played pretty okay defense, not up to regular, but Deuce was out there playing good defense and stuff like that, stopping, and when you needed to stop, you put him out there to play that hellified 93 feet defense all the way from the foul line from the baseline to the baseline. But that is a con for me this game. You know what I mean? When the rhythm is going to get better with the transition from the first unit to the second unit, when Tom Thibodeau starts sliding guys in and they slide in seamlessly. You know what I mean? If it's a bump and a bruise in the road, Tom Thibodeau going to sit you back and revert back to what he knows. You know what I mean? His starters. You know what I mean? These guys that you put these 5 guys out here at any given time and they could get out in a quarter 40 points. So that's my thing. And just if we would have had, we wouldn't be talking so much about the second unit if Deuce would have scored 14 points last night. If Precious would have got 8 points and 7 rebounds. If Champagne could have came in and scored 6 points and if Shamif could have got in and got 6 points and Payne would have got in and got 4 or 5 or 2 or 3 3-pointers. Now, we wouldn't be talking so much about it. It would have been a bigger game from where we was. We may not have made it to the overtime. And another one of my cons is I wish Jalen Brunson would have threw the pass at the last 0.7 seconds a little bit higher for Cat so he could catch it like he was a wide receiver instead of a linebacker. I mean, not a linebacker, a tight end. And if you'd have threw it like he was, where he could have caught it and repositioned, so he caught the ball, it was so close to his body, he had to try to turn and put it back up against the board before to go into overtime. But my pros is we won the game and we killed it in free throws, and I'm happy with that.
Hey, let me say this real quick. Cameron Payne, ladies and gentlemen, he didn't shoot back. He went 1 for 2.
Right.
50%. You know why Campaign didn't have a goal last night? Jalen Brunson had 55. That's all to it. He didn't play a lot of minutes because Jalen Brunson had 55. They did not need him. They didn't need him. He couldn't get on the floor because the dude played 6 minutes because Jalen Brunson had it going, ladies and gentlemen. You never take your hot man out the game like that, especially if he's Jalen Brunson. Campaign had a good game shooting-wise. He shot 50% from the field. What else you want from him? He couldn't get the minutes because Jalen Brunson had 55 and 44 minutes. No, they did not need Campaign to do anything last night. He wasn't getting on the floor. I don't care what team you are. If your man doing what Jalen Brunson doing, you know what your second unit guy better do? Sit your ass down. You ain't getting it tonight. What happened the other night when Cat and when he kept Precious Chua in the game because Precious Chua was playing good defense and Cat wasn't, and the team was playing better with Precious Chua, so he kept Cat out the game for the last 3 minutes of the game. because that particular dude had the team going. Now we go down to Deuce McBride. Deuce McBride had, listen, and not only that, President Chua had 19 minutes, but Landy Shamet, you know why he didn't get over 6 minutes? Because he ain't Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges had it going. He had it going. You got to go with your best players, ladies and gentlemen. If you know basketball, it ain't no time you worry about how many minutes he playing in the game like this here. They can rest the next game. These motherfuckers is grown professionals. Tim got to keep his best players on the floor to win basketball games. That's why they 12. They got to keep your best players on the floor in games like this here. No pun intended to the other ones. You can get more minutes tomorrow, but not tonight. And that's how it goes. That's simple. You know, you put your best dudes on the floor to win basketball game. And that's why the New York Knicks are 22-10 under the circumstances. They didn't need Tim Campaign last night. They didn't need Landry Shamet to get 15 and 24 minutes. Nah. That's crazy. Because you think Landry Shamet and Campaign going to do what Brunson and my man do? That's insane. That's insane to think like that. That if you were the coach in the NBA or you were the coach on any team, you think Cameron Payne and Landy Shamet in the game which you got to win because you're not having a good game, you're going to lead them on, you're going to put them on the court for my man Brunson and them, you'll get fired. You'll get fired.
Devon, with those words, the words that you said, that's exactly how I feel about Tyler Kolek, Hakaperty, and Pattier. That's exactly how I feel. All right, I understand why people want to see them on the court. I understand that. But putting them in the court, all right, for instance, 2 games a week, 7 minutes and 9 minutes. We were up 35 and I think it was 38 or 39 points. And the end of the game, one was 15 points and one was 21 points. That's the difference. That's the difference. You know what I mean? That's the difference. You know what I mean? They're gonna give up points because one, their defense is they're not all the way around with the defense, and they can't contest. I mean, they're not contending with their shots too. So if you put them in at 30 minutes and then they get down to 28 minutes or 24 minutes, but we still scored 16 points and they scored 21 points, it's a difference. Yeah. I mean, it's a difference. And I understand why Tom Thibodeau does it. I mean, it's not saying that I wouldn't want to see Payne, the Hogger Party, and who knows, in that game, they may go off. They may go crazy. They may do all that good stuff. But, you know, it's better to know the devil than not to know the devil that you're messing with. You know what I mean? I'm not sure that I'm not sure that Tyler Kohler is going to go out there and do these things that I know Jalen Brunson is going to go do. I'm not sure that Pattier is going to do what I know Mikal Bridges is going to do. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if Hogger Purdy is going to do with what Cat is going to do, or with you got some speculations about Hogger Purdy, but he is still a rookie. Even though he's 22 years old, he played in these leagues that were grown men and all that stuff. It's not the NBA. Those leagues ain't the NBA. That's not the NBA. This is the NBA, and he got to get acclimated to NBA style of basketball. Can he do that next year when Precious is gone? I'm pretty sure all those 3 guys I'm talking about are going to have roles on the team. But this year, they got to go to the G League. Instead of years prior, in the 80s, when they sit on the bench, and then you carry my bag, yo, pass me that water bottle, pass me a towel. Now they get to go to the G League and at least play some basketball to get better. You know what I mean? So that's all I got to say.
Another thing last night, ladies and gentlemen, the 3 highest plus minus on Knicks last night, and I don't understand what basketball y'all watching, was Karl-Anthony Towns, Josh Hart, and Precious Achiuwa. You know why? First of all, Josh Hart and Precious Achiuwa defended their position pretty good, the best they can. Right. But they rebounded. Knicks was a better team when these guys are in the lineup. Precious Achiuwa, he had 7 rebounds, 2 offense rebounds, 2 assists. And, he was a +6 in 19 minutes. He 1 for 3 from the field goal line. That ain't bad. And he was 1 for 1. But what he did, the Knicks needed the most, he was getting them rebounds. And he was hustling. That you can't judge these cats on scoring. It ain't all. It's other 10 other aspects of playing basketball. It ain't only scoring. How would you on the floor with the team? Were they playing When you was on the floor, was the team doing good? Yes, they were. That's why they get the pluses. Because when they on the floor, they playing winning basketball with the squad they on the floor with at that present time. It ain't about all that other stuff. The reason why Predator Chua had a good game, because when Karl Anthony Towns went out, he was still getting rebounds. He was still playing defense. He was still, setting screens. He was still, and the team was in a plus when he was on the floor. So it ain't about all these. The numbers don't mean shit sometimes. If all the other stuff ain't happening, and Precious was doing what he needed to do as a backup center, a power forward at the time, or what center actually, because Sheriff Center didn't get no burn like that. So he was playing a 4-on-5. And anybody in there, and he held this man down, and he made the team better at the time he was in the game. So that's why he had a good game. President Chua, his impact is not about his scoring; it's about the other things he doing.
That he do
right. And the same thing with Deuce and Bryan and Campaign. When they got it going, they got it going. But sometimes it ain't your night. And last night it wasn't a couple of them guys' night because of the way the game was going. Like literally, like I think Shaman gonna help the Knicks a great deal. But he could, because of the way it was going last night, Mikal had to take up the minutes. But you guaranteed I like the way Shaman is playing basketball. You know what I mean? Shaw Powers, from a little bit of time he got, just getting back 2 or 3 games, I already see where he's going to have an impact on the Knicks. I already can see I can see what him and Deuce and Bride, when Campaign got it going on the night, I can see what they can call the problem with. You know what I mean? So you got to look at all the pros and cons to all this shit. But I'm good with. I'm not worried about the way they played that game last night. Shit happens. But you know what? But like I said, we scored 136. If you take away the 13 in overtime, we still scored 123. You know what I mean? Our defense, because they just wasn't there last night. They couldn't get it going early. And then once they finally got settled in, that's what happened. But watch tomorrow. And like I said, I seen the Knicks go out there and put up 133 out of Minnesota, and they was 107. And so even if you could smash a team like Minnesota, I'm just talking about in the last week, you beat a team like Minnesota, fully loaded, by damn near 20-something. Now you suck because you beat a team who ain't good by 4. Shit happens. So we good enough. We could bust up Minnesota the way we did, but at the same time, you can have a bad game against a team like this here. Shit happens. You know what we tell you? What can we do, man? But I'm excited about this thing, man. I ain't worried about it. We about to get this shit popping. Ladies and gentlemen, by next week, you never know. We might be in a 2 spot. And we got to win these games, man. We got to win these games because we got a gauntlet coming up. Shaw Powers. And we need to win every game we can win. Because like I said, I know what the Knicks going to be. I know what the Knicks going to be at the end of the year. Everybody, you can get mad. I know what the Knicks going to be. I know what they're going to be. And numbers don't lie. And the last 3 years, I wasn't lying 4 years. Shit, I knew that this team will be where they need to be at the end of when it all is said and done. They got a talented enough team. Now that they getting healthy, to go just as good as any other team in the NBA. Any other team get knocked off just like the Knicks can, and any other team can win it like the Knicks can. Shout out the New York Knicks right now. Like I said, they where they at for a reason. And everybody said they're not playing their best ball. So do you think what do you think is gonna happen when they play their best ball? You know what I mean? Shout out 22-10. We play. They say we play weaker teams. We not playing our best ball. So what happens when we do it? Then what? If we 22-10 and we ain't playing our best ball, which we know, I think they playing good enough ball. What happens when we really get it popping? So I'm good with this team, man. I'm good with this team. I'm good with that bench. I'm good with everything they got going on there because it all fits. It all fits, Shot Powers. Every piece we got on that team fits. Everything. Bad night, good night. Like I said, we got guys like on any given night to do what they do. We got enough to carry us on the defense. We got enough to carry us on the offense. And the numbers don't lie. That's all I can say. Until the numbers prove us wrong, then that's what it is. But right now, Shot Powers, we got to go out here tomorrow, have a better game defensively, which I know we will. I guarantee we smoke these boys tomorrow. And this game don't even mean nothing to me like that because this don't define the next season to me, Shot Powers. Not a game like this here. It tells me one thing about them, that they're going to fight to the end. Even on a bad night, they're going to go hard. That's what it tells me. Even on your worst night, I can win a game on my worst night. That's what that tells me. It don't tell me nothing else about, because it's the Wizards, they got G League. I don't give a shit. You know, they won. They had a bad night and they still won the game. That means that's a good team. If you could get down on your worst night and you still win, what did that tell you about the character of your team? What did that tell you about the makeup and the character of your team on a bad night when we know we playing bad basketball? We still found a way to win the game, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. You hope you play better the next day. So you gotta feel good about having a team like that, man. You should be ecstatic to have a team like this here, knowing that, you know what, on any given night, we could beat anybody. On any given night, we don't come in with the A game, you can lose anybody. And I think right now, we good, my brother. I'm good with this thing here, man. Play the long game. This ain't this 82-game season. I play the long game. Like I said, real quick, and I'm gonna pass to you. Every team and it's playing in the NBA and our conference, Shot Powers. Cavalier's been together. Celtics been together. I keep telling y'all this. Cavalier been playing together for 3 years. Celtics been playing together for 3 or 4 years. The Magic been playing together for three or 4 years. Bucks been playing together with Damian Lillard about 2 or 3 years with Chris Middleton and all them guys. The Hawks been playing together. We the only team out of all these teams I'm talking about in that top only been playing together for 30 games. I'm talking about for the unit. And think about it. Campaign wasn't on his team last year. Shannon wasn't on his team last year. Cat wasn't on his team last year. Mikal wasn't on his team last year. Who was we going? Colican wasn't on his team last year. You got almost half your roster is brand new. So you're not going to expect them to be good every night. These guys play together for 32 games, and every team I just named out there, most of their players been playing together for 3 or 4 years. That's facts, ladies and gentlemen. So you're not going to get the Knicks' best game every night right yet. But I guarantee you, when they get to April, when we get into them playoffs, I ain't got no problem against anybody. I put the Knicks up against any team in the NBA with their talent. Believe that. And I think it's starting to show. Like I said, the Boston Celtics, you right behind them. That's all that matters. You just want to get in that top 4, so you have home court advantage in the playoffs. That's all that matters. Shot Powers. Just get top 4 in the playoffs. Get top 4 when you got home court advantage. When you got a game 7, and you know that game 7 is on your home court. That's what you want. That's what you want. That's all you want. I don't care. The Knicks just get up in the top 4. Don't worry about everything else. Then we'll take it from there, man. So I'm good with it. Like tough win, gritty win. I obviously wanted to be a different way, but like I said, on that night last night, it is what it is. Just getting the top 4, my man. That's all.
Yeah, I mean that's it, Divine. And even though they did score, the Wizards scored 130-some points. When it came down to crunch time, their minutes decreased. Fourth quarter, I think, what was it, 17-8, 20-some points. We had 28. They had 21. We shut them down in the fourth quarter, and we shut them down in the overtime. So that's just the way we have to do it some days. Some games ain't going to be, we just go out there and just, and like you said earlier, Divine, that young team coming out playing us is not there's nobody to key yourself to. There's no one that, right, you know what I mean? So with this young team, there's no one like, they're going to do certain things to Brunson. They're going to do certain things to Cat. They're going to try to keep OG over here. They're going to try to get him not from shooting a 3-point shot. They're going to throw a long big at Brunson and stuff like that. But against their team, you don't know what they could do. And they came out and they shot better last night against almost any other team. They shot 47% from 3-point land, and I forgot what their field goal percentage was, but it was probably about 47%, almost 50%. They really came out to play good basketball, and you know what we did? We won the game. Another big thing, not to cut you off, Devon. Another big thing that Devon said: if you want to talk about minutes, if you take away those 5 minutes from that overtime game, everybody would play under 40 minutes except for Mikal Bridges.
Mikal Bridges. That's the way it's been going all year.
Facts.
All year. That's the way it's been going all year. And last night, this was no different. Like I said, that overtime make it seem like they played a lot of minutes, but at the same time, you can't even. They played 9 guys, Shop Powers. You understand what I'm saying? That team, the Washington Wizards, played 8 guys last night. 8 guys. You know what I mean? And we played 9, but at the same time, their numbers was going. They had it going. I mean, so you got to tip your hat to them. And listen, Malcolm Brogdon ain't no scrub. You know what I mean? He been, these guys got heart, man. People, everybody raving about how good Alex Starr is. So if Alex Starr is really Alex J. Starr, whatever his name is, Starr, he's a good young talent. So obviously he could play. Shit, if he couldn't play, I think a couple of people here raving about how good he is. I mean, and they the NBA ball players. Valanciunas is a good ball player, ladies and gentlemen. Corey Kispert been in the league. I mean, they don't got to be superstars, but on a given night when your team ain't performing at their best, you make them look good. And last night, the Knicks made these cats look good last night because our defense wasn't on point. What can you complain about last night? Just the defense. The Knicks scored 136 points. Our defense wasn't on point last night. That's all. We had a bad defensive night, and we let these cats feel good about themselves, and that's what happens. When you don't bring your A game, get your ass beat. You know what I mean? But we didn't get beat last time. We won, but we didn't bring our A game on the defense, and that's what happens. Shit, that can happen to anybody. I mean, if you don't bring your game, you can get beat. So, and I think that's what happened last night. But we'd be all right. I ain't worried about tomorrow. We go get it popping. We won the game, and I think that's important, shot power. But over that, man, salute to Jalen Brunson. Burner had it going, man. I mean, he took over that game. We need to take it over, shot powers. And obviously, Big Cat did what he had to do because obviously he knew. I mean, we supposed to do this to these guys. That's a part with the point that I don't feel bad about because we supposed to do to them on the offense, right? We supposed to smack them on the offense, and we did that. We had 155, 130, 121, 113 dudes score last night. But like I said, if you don't come on the defense side of the ball and get in it that night, you allowing the team to score buckets, and I think that's all it was to me last night. Shot out that our defense didn't play good for 3 quarters. But they played good when they had to in the last quarter and then the overtime. That's all it is to me. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. And we went to get that one tomorrow, man. Like I said, that's gonna be pretty special, shot powers. If we get that win tomorrow, we win it tomorrow. I ain't worried about us losing. We ain't gonna lose at this time. We should win better than we played tonight. Last night I meant to say. But we be right there, man. 23-10 shot powers, one game, half a game behind them guys, man. So let's hope that it goes right for us tomorrow, and we come out there and take advantage of it. Because I think after that, shot powers real quick. The next game, we like keeping up with these numbers. Let me throw this out to you real quick, and then we get it moving. Right now the Heat losing. We got 6 minutes left, but Boston's next game, they got the Raptors, so they probably got to win that one. I'm just looking at the eye. Then Boston goes to Minnesota. Now, here's a prime example. So if we beat Timberwolves, shouldn't Boston beat them, right? Okay. So if Boston lose to the Timberwolves, does that not make them contenders? No, of course it does. They just lost the game that night. Boston will be up there at the end of the day. Boston be in the motherfucker, unless they run into a team like, let me put it like this here. I don't care who you is in the Eastern Conference. You fuck around and run up against Orlando, your ass can get sent home. I don't care if it's the Knicks. I don't care if it's Boston. I don't care if any one of them teams in the playoffs in the first round or whatever run up against Orlando, whether it's Boston, the Knicks, Cavaliers, can get their ass sent home. That's real talk. So, you're not guaranteed to win anything. You know what I mean? You only could go by, the numbers and the way the season going. But like I said, if the Celtics lose to the Timberwolves, that don't mean they're not going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. But that's a good chance that because they playing good ball. After we beat the Timberwolves, they've been playing pretty good ball lately. So that's a game you never know. And then here's another one, shot powers. On a back-to-back, the Celtics got the Timberwolves, and they go to Houston. You see what I'm saying, bro? So you just don't know how this thing gonna go down. So our next 2 games, we have the Washington Wizards, and then Wednesday we got the Utah Jazz, and we owe the Utah Jazz one.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, so the Knicks win the next 2 games, 24, and Boston got to play Timberwolves and the Houston Rockets on a back-to-back. You never know what can happen. So and like I said, it's gonna be crazy, man. How the thing gonna be going down, but if we get to that second seed, I'll be happy for that. I don't care if we don't stay there, but to know that we got there, and we getting separation with wins. You get them while you can, shot powers, and if we can get 2 wins and a couple other teams that lost, because right now, shot power, we got the Orlando Magic by 4, and we got the Bucks by 5 because Bucks lost last night. because Damian Lillard not playing, obviously, and they lost to, I think it was the Nets or somebody like the other night. So we right there, we done picked up a game on them. So do you think the Knicks going to give up 5 games? How many games do you think the Knicks will lose 5 games in the next how many spans? If they don't, you never know what can happen with this thing with the other teams if they lose or win. I know Von Carroll probably come back against us. I guarantee you that. So,
guaranteed.
He'll be back and get that. So it's gonna be interesting, Shop Pal. I'm happy about the way it's going, but it's gonna be crazy, man. Coming to December and come around to January, it's going down in the NBA, Shop Pals. Everybody gonna be playing stellar competition. I think we got one of the hardest schedules. Only thing good about it, we play at home, Shop Pals, and I think that's pretty good.
That's the bottom line right there. That's what makes these games so important. That we're going to be playing these big teams and we're going to be at home. You know what I mean? And I as we get further down the line, as we get closer to those games, we will review it. We will talk about it. We will do all of the things that we usually do on the recap and on the pregame. And these games are going to be big things coming down. But the biggest thing out of those 14, I think it's 14 or 16 games at home, that we're going to be home. You know what I mean? And that's where we need to pick up the pot. You know what I mean? I said if the Knicks can, out of 42 games, if the Knicks can get somewhere around 34 to 36 wins at home, we cooking with grease. We cooking with hot chicken grease. You know what I mean? Hot crisp, whatever grease you want to put in. If you want to put some broccoli in there and fry up some broccoli, whatever kind of grease you want to call it, it's going to be some hot grease. And that's what I'm hoping to see. I mean, those are the games that are going to be very important. And ever since the 20th game, now it's all about positioning right now. Right now we got a 12 game with 12 games over 100. And I don't want the Knicks to lose 15 more games before the end of the year. You know what I mean? So I think they, could lose a couple of the games that's coming up, but I think we're going to have a whole lot of wins in some of these bigger games that we have. It's a perfect time for us to be on a run, 7-game run. So we could get somewhere to like 7, 8, 9 or something like that. I mean, 8, 9, 10 or something like that. And I mean, to show the league, the Knicks can do it too. I don't care who you put in front of us, what teams you're talking about. If you want to say it's soft, cookie cut and all that stuff, so did Cleveland, so did Boston this year. None of those teams started out easy. We had one of the hardest start to the season in the league this year. And, we're going to get another run right around end of January going into February. So let's get it.
That's what I like about that. That's what I feel good about what they did with the Knicks, because you want to play these teams now like this late in the season. It prepares you for the playoffs. You know what I mean? Now Knicks go up against stellar competition on the regular, not one game here, 4 games there. No, Knicks got, because when they playing a top 10 team probably back at game by game for the next 10. This is what we've been building this thing for. See, and that's why I'm glad the season went the way it went, Shop Power, because we get ready to play this team with more continuity, with a healthier team, with more players back. You know what I mean? So it ain't no excuse for the Knicks or anything. We never made no excuse for them anyway. You know what I mean? We don't. You know what I mean? You win, you lose, you lose, pretty much. But I do believe now with Shamet coming back, Precious Chua getting a little bit. He only been back 4, 6 games, 5 games, whatever. He's starting to find a little rhythm, and that obviously Shamet, hopefully in the next couple of games, he get a little rhythm. And then whether it be Mitchell, whoever it may be, he get back in there got a little bit more depth, and then you just go out there and play against the teams who got good teams and great teams, and you go mano a mano, see who win the game. Ain't nobody. I'm not saying Knicks gonna beat every team out there, but they're gonna beat. They done beat some good teams. I don't think people giving Knicks the credit, Shop Powers, for some of the teams that we beat in the way we beat them. You know what I mean? We beat some stellar teams and gave them an ass whooping. You know what I mean? We have played some teams. I don't care about who was there, not who didn't know what happened that night. We beat them down. And so just like a lot of other teams, we played them. They didn't have their players. In some team game, we played when we didn't have ours, but we still managed a way to win the game and play. And I'm really happy about this here. AP, you right about the Sixers. I think they got to watch out for them. They'll be up that ladder, Shop Powers. You best believe me. I think the Sixers got a good. They got talent. Because of the way that Steve's thought up, they 5 games under 500. They win. I think they'd be up there. They only. I don't think they get us. But I think they're going to go on a run. They can get back up at the top of this thing. Atlanta playing good ball. They 17-15. The Bucks 16-14. Magic 20-14. We 22-10. And Boston 23-9. So, I'm glad that we got like a 4 or 5 game lead on certain teams. We got a 4 game lead on the the Magic, and we got a 5-game lead on the Bucks. And so on and so on. So we just got to keep winning and gelling. Because, like I said, when we get to that point where we got to play on teams, let's see how it goes, man. Let's get it. But listen, ladies, we about to get out of here and all that good stuff, man. We just wanted to get in with the recap. Let you know that game last night. We won the game. Wasn't our prettiest game of the year for sure, but we won it. Job Powers, and we got a W in the win column, man. And let's hope we have a better game tomorrow. And next day, and get a decisive win and get ready to get on back to Maxwell Garden to play Utah. And then we got to go out there to OKC. So let's hope the Knicks go out there and win these next couple of games. Right now, we're on a 7-game winning streak. Longest one, the Cavaliers on a 6-game winning streak. Got to keep winning, man. And I think we'd be okay. Yeah,
that's the bottom line. Win, baby, win. You know what I mean? And no matter how the game ends up, if we beating them down or we win by 1, I'll take it. You know what I mean? If for 1 game in out of 3 games, our starter players got to play 42 minutes. Everybody got to play 42 minutes. So be it. You know what I mean? Because the next game they'll get 36 minutes, 38 minutes. And maybe playing a lesser team or something like that. I'm happy with what the Knicks are doing, and I'll be ready for the pregame tomorrow, Divine.
Yeah, real talk, man. Yo, salute to everybody in the chat, man. Thank y'all for coming in, man. We're gonna get out of here, but y'all see us tomorrow. Y'all know what it is, man. 5:45. The pregame playing at 7:00 tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll be in here, man. The pregame show, Divine Shot Powers, Knicks Real Talk. You know how we do, man. But we just want to get in tonight and just chop it up with you guys. But salute to the team for winning the game that they needed to win. I'm glad they wanted to stay where they're at and then let the game go the other way, despite having a bad night. Yeah, you're right, Crims, Dad. 5-5 in their last 10. For real. You know what I mean? So and that happens. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna wind up playing that type of ball. We're gonna be we might be 5-5 too. We the same thing the Celtics going through. We might go through that as well. But that's why it's good to be where you at. So if you go through it,
facts,
you ain't gonna be out in the play-in. So but I think we're gonna be locking. We fighting for that top 3. I don't care what happens after this. We just gotta keep winning and hope the other teams lose, because that's what it's about. Just like the other teams gotta keep winning. I mean, the Bucks lost to the Nets, no Damian Lillard. We'd take that. Ain't our problem he wasn't there last night. Shot Powers. I don't give a shit. They ain't trying to hear that. Listen, let's just win, man. So we'll see how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. But so far, so good. We just got to keep grinding. There you go. Boston 23-9. They updated it. And that's what it is, man. Wow, Shot Powers. 1 game, bro. 1 game. We win them all half a game, son. I am super giddy about that, because we're going to have to play Boston eventually. We're going to have to play the Cavaliers eventually. And when we do play them, we be in a good spot. But you best believe it, I can't wait till the Knicks play all these teams. I cannot wait till the Knicks play all these top teams. Because, I just want the Knicks to let people know we are who we say we are. That's all I want to let these women know we are who we say we are. And we'll take it from there. But until then, salute to the chat. Shout out, my brother. I see you on the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming in. Before you go, you already know. Hit that like and subscribe for your boys. Hit that like and subscribe for Knicks Real Talk. Hit that like and subscribe for your boys. Hit that like and subscribe for Knicks Real Talk. Real talk, man. We see you cats on the other side tomorrow, man. Same real time, same real channel. Divine Shot Powers. Peace. We about to hit you with the recap like Aaron Judge with a bat, because we touching on facts, and plus we up in these hats. It's Knicks Real Talk, and we cut from a different cloth. We cook a Knick broth with a different sauce. We bubble like a hot pot in the kitchen. We dripping on the surface, spitting verses with these bars and b-ball, because no matter how far the stars, we see y'all like a telescope. You can tell it's dope by the way we unveil these news and notes. Check the box score, a top score, knocking down shots. Plus we got a lock for 48 minutes, putting on the clinic. The cat lieutenant, they entered the winner. The game is over. We trooping in our temples like soldiers and train the planes and Range Rover. I'm getting up and over the list. We on the BQE and we maneuvering swift. Say Tokyo, but you know we can drift, cause the pokey be on the low, so you know our flow had to shift. We about to be out in a few. No doubt next time we see you to be on a game preview. It's Knicks Real Talk, and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit, and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. It's Knicks Real Talk, and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit, and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride.